We're going to go through the roster before we get into the season simulation. Quarterback, I think we're going to be good for the year. We don't need to go and find a free agent quarterback. A veteran would be nice to have, but what did Squid say in chat last night? Fuck them veterans. Fuck them vets. So we're going to go in with Michael Penix Jr. and Sam Hartman, more than likely. Aiden O'Connell probably going to get released at 26-60 overall. That's pretty rough. Josh Jacobs obviously returns, 98 overall. He should hit 99 this year. Still making a boatload of money, but we pay the best. Alec Ingold brought back to the Raiders to be our fullback this year, at least until we can find somebody better. I'd like to keep Ingold around, although he is one of the top fullbacks in football right now, so maybe we hang on to him. Receivers, Devontae Adams is gone. Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, and the rookie Keon Coleman out of Florida State is our new top three. Trey Tucker here, Cornelius Johnson out of Michigan, Austin Trammell. Most of these guys ain't going to make the roster. Tight ends, we need a backup tight end. So to the notepad we go. Gonna need at least a couple bodies to put in there. I'm just put tight end times 2. We need a left tackle. Good on a left guard. Good at center. Good at right guard. Good at right tackle. All right. Bear shirt, bear shirt, bear shirt. It is. It's here. It's finally here. I finally have one again. Left defensive end. Max Crosby, Jadeveon Clowney. We're pretty good here. Right end. Maybe just one more body. Just to put somebody there. Defensive tackle, I'd like to get like 2 of them. But I have a feeling we're going to be short on cap space. We need a left outside linebacker. I don't remember how much cap space we left ourselves with. Middle linebacker, we're fine. Right outside linebacker. We'll need at least one. Corners, in reality, we don't. But going into the season with just Nate Hobbs is kind of sketchy. Jacorian Bennett is our second corner. It'd be nice to get one more solid corner on the team, so that way Bennett might have some competition. I don't know. Safety, honestly, I think we're fine here. We got Marcus Epps, Tracy Walker behind him. We should need a strong safety, and then specialists, we are good. So let's see if I can even possibly sign any of these people, or if I'm going to have to release somebody. I just realized I had audio coming out of the monitor. All right, well, first order of business, tight end is an absolute need. We don't need to go super expensive, so I'm thinking a guy like Mo Alley Cox. That seems like a good deal. And Taysom Hill. Shit, let's bring in Taysom. Taysom Hill is star dev? What the hell is happening here? Left tackle, we did need one. Don't need anybody crazy, just somebody. I did see Eric Fisher in here. We'll fire up chips. We'll bring in Eric Fisher. Right defensive end. Or just any defensive end. Larry Ogunjobi, Leonard Floyd. Don't need anybody nuts. Shaq Lawson. I like bringing in Shaq Lawson. That's still $2 million. Christ. Defensive tackles. I mean, these guys could start. Could very much start. A veteran, Ndamukong Suh at 37 years old. Welcome in, Ndamukong Suh. Hell yes. Let's give the vet a chance. And then what are we thinking? Thought I had to sneeze. It'll hit me again eventually. Let's go. Let's bring in 315, 285. Let's bring in Nathan Shepard, 315 pounder. So defensive tackle is set. We need a left outside linebacker. Guy like Bud Dupree. Oh, we're short on cap space now. And we still need to fill 3 positions. So that's going to be a trip. But I think we should be able to do it. Actually, if we could create a good chunk of cap space. Like getting rid of a guy like Braden Smith, who isn't going to help us this year. He's already 28. He's making a boatload of money. Let's see if we can send Braden Smith anywhere. That creates quite a bit of cap space for us. Who needs a right tackle? Somebody has to. Chargers don't have cap space. Cowboy, nobody has cap space. Oh, Patriots do. Patriots do. I don't think we'd be able to really improve our positions here. Frank Gore Jr. Juju, Devontae Parker, Brendan Rice. Well, what are we thinking? I guess star dev. Christian Barmore, 25. I've heard of worse options. A good cheap player, if we had to send draft picks away, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Marcus Jones. Superstar dev. He's 25. I don't know if this is going to work, because they also need a corner. But if we could dump off... Oh my god, it went through. They must have really needed a right tackle. That's insane. Okay. Well, and so not only did we free up a good chunk of cap space, that also fixes our corner problem. A little bit. So now Hobbs has some help. Where does that corner sit on the depth chart? Marcus Jones. Already our second best corner. That's good. So then Jacorian Bennett. Honestly, we should be fine. So then now we can just go and get some defenders to hopefully help this team out. Thinking maybe a better defensive tackle. 35-year-old Linval Joseph. I like bringing in guys that are going to be on the team for a short period of time. So let's go get an even cheaper defensive tackle. Danny Shelton. Another veteran, 31 years old. So put Danny Shelton on the roster. Linebackers. Bringing in a guy like Joe Schobert, who's been on just about every franchise I've ever done. Chandler Jones is here. 77 overall. Could also go after Frank Clark, Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy is more of a real linebacker. These guys are like defensive ends. Justin Houston. Let's get... Ooh. Quan Alexander? Sure. That works. Then corners, we can bring in one more. Just a low 70s corner here. Malcolm Butler. Bradley Roby. Sure. Welcome to the squad. Just try and fill this roster a little bit now. Did we get a strong safety yet? I don't think we did. How about... How about Rodney McLeod? I've heard of worse moves. Let's add a fourth quarterback to the mix. Maybe a veteran. Oh boy. Colt McCoy. Let's put Colt McCoy on the Raiders. Oh, wow, he's 56 overall. Never mind. That's just a waste. A 36-year-old Andy Dalton. Or how about a 39-year-old Matt Ryan? Sure. Running backs, let's bring in a guy like... Actually, I didn't even look at running backs. We should pick one up. Like a Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I wouldn't hate that move. Because Clyde is still 25 years old. We could still do something with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So let's put him on the team. No fullback better than what we got. Bring in another receiver. Why not? Jamison Crowder. Could bring in a Marquise Goodwin just for that 94 speed. Robbie Chosen. Ray McLeod. Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller's got 95 speed. He might be a decent kick returner if Cornelius Johnson doesn't pan out. So let's put Scotty Miller on the team. We could still get another tight end. So a guy like Peyton Hendershot. These are all guys that we're just going to have to cut later, but... Who's like the best available offensive lineman? What did we just... Did we just cut our right tackle? So let's bring in George Fant. That's pretty much the rest of our cap space. Deshaun Hand... Bring in another defensive tackle. Too bad I can't sort by weight. But Jordan Phillips appears that he could be the big boy. Bring in some beef in the center of our defense and hope for the best. Still have cap space. Veteran Trey Flowers. Robert Quinn. Who's the oldest non-quarterback that I can pick up? Julio Jones. Chandler Jones. Welcome back on a much cheaper deal. Why does he have superstar dev? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So we actually filled our roster quite nicely. Only 3 underneath the roster maximum. So that's good. So we're going to have some decisions to make later. But simulate the preseasons. And then those decisions will be made. Got player upgrades. Hey, we won a preseason game. Whole bunch of guys getting upgrades. Good. We like that. Week 2 against the Giants, who beat us in the regular season last year. 7-point loss. Okay, now the Vikings. We got a trade offer for Chandler Jones. That's interesting. No. Maybe if there was something like a 5th round pick, I'd say yes, but no, we just picked him up, and he very well could make the roster. If he's not, then we'll probably accept just one of those trades, because why not? Why is the game even doing that? 37-7 win over the Vikings. Our bench, actually, that was mostly the starters in that game. So here we go with the cuts. That one's easy. We got to cut 19 players. Reggie Robertson, all these receivers. The receivers make a lot of sense. We got a boatload. As with corners, Austin Trammell will go. Israel Antwine. Dylan Loeb, I don't want to cut. I just drafted him. Nor Matt Ryan. All right, we've got decently in here. We don't need to keep 4 quarterbacks. What do we think about cutting Aiden O'Connell and keeping Ryan, Hartman, and PENIX? In my head, even though it's not going to help us keeping a veteran riding our bench in Matt Ryan, for storyline purposes, I suppose we will. So Aiden O'Connell to go. That's fine. We don't need him. He's never going to grow probably over a 70 overall, if he even got that far. Got 4 running backs. In a perfect world, I want to keep all 4 of them. Ingold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's perfect. Tight ends. We have 4. I want to keep Taysom Hill because of the versatility. So we're going to get rid of Peyton Hendershot. Taysom Hill wearing 88 is going to be weird. Might have to fix that because it's going to bug me. Offensive lineman. We've got 2 at every position, so that's good. George Fant. We did select the position we needed to. That's good. Jerry Tillery. 27, 71 overall. We got Jadeveon Clowney to back up, so that's perfectly fine. And it frees up $2 million in cap space should we make any moves. Okay, nothing to do there. Couple DTs we can cut for sure. We don't recommend cutting Neil Farrell. That's not my draft pick, so I don't care. Danny Shelton. How many does that leave us with? We got DJ Jones, Jordan Phillips, Sue, Linval Joseph. We're good, yeah. We could even cut Nathan Shepard, and I think we're gonna. So then that leaves us with 4 defensive tackles. Got a couple linebackers here. We actually have 4 middle linebackers. We do not need a 65 overall on the team. Nor do we need a 64. Really getting down on players that we can cut. How many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Neither one of these guys get us cap space. Get rid of Isaiah Brown. Safeties. 1 more than we need. Oh, we actually only have 2 strong safeties. So Christopher Smith can go, and then we still need to cut 1 player. We don't have a kicker or a punter that snuck on our roster, do we? Well, that would have made it easier. Who's a game think I need to cut? Loeb, Ryan, Gray. Wide receiver, Cornelius Johnson. We don't want to do that. All right, well, who's it going to be? There's got to be some position that I skipped over somebody that I could have cut. Right now, everything's kind of where I want it. I guess we don't need 4 defensive tackles, so Linval Joseph could go. Unless there's something that just stares me in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we really need 5 corners? 26. Sam Webb. See ya. So there's the roster. Raiders are in good shape. I think our defense is actually up to an 82 overall. This team is shaping up to be a lot better than I would have thought. And now we get into the regular season. We start the season with Houston. Choose our draft class now. Goal is to do the 2025 draft tonight. Shouldn't have any issue doing that. In a perfect world, we fly through this a little bit. We got 217 staff points. There is the draft classes as of right now. We'll see who we wind up with. We only have 1 first-round pick for the time being, and I don't really think I want to trade anyone away immediately. So I think there's a chance that we only have the 1 first-round pick, but that's okay. We're getting a lot of big contracts off the books. We got Garoppolo off already. We are going to have guys, or we're going to have some cap space to sign players in free agency, I think. See if we can do anything with our staff points. Get ourselves closer. Oh, it's McDaniels, though. I forgot to fire McDaniels after year 1. What if I just fire Josh McDaniels now? Is there anybody still chilling around? None of these guys have any talents. We'll keep McDaniels for now. But I don't see any way that we want to keep McDaniels into year 3. That's just something I forgot to do. So let's view his talent tree. Yeah, I'd really rather not waste the staff points. Although I think, if we get rid of him, do those go? I don't think so. I think we'll just keep him. I wanted the focus players, but we can wait until it makes sense. It's fine. So I think we start the season on the road. C.J. Stroud and Damian Pierce, the offensive weapons to worry about. Let's see if that defensive line can just keep the outside run at bay. We got to go up against Will Anderson and Jimmy Ward. We'll give a boost to Michael Penix Jr. on the short passes. Actually, wait a minute. No. We're going to probably do this a lot this year and run to the outside with Josh Jacobs. That seems to make a lot of sense. I like what the AI did here, actually. Keon Coleman, Chop Robinson, and Cedric Van Pran. That works for me. Okay. Week 1 simulation against the Houston Texans. Oh, wow. Oh, no. I bet it did it again. Yup, it sure did. Daniel Carlson started that game for us at quarterback. Oh, my God. Why does the game do this? Josh Jacobs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, White, Laub, good, fullback. Why? What? Taysom Hill actually makes a better fullback than Alec Ingold. That's interesting. Wide receivers. I definitely want Keon Coleman to be 3rd on the depth chart. Hopefully that means he gets more Catches. I'm actually 65 overall. Scotty Miller's a rental. It's fine. He's up there. Actually, he's not that old. I thought he was older. Tight ends, that's all set. Left tackle, that's wrong for whatever reason. Left guard, that's wrong for whatever reason. Center, that's right, believe it or not. Right guard. Right tackle. Where's our other right tackle? Who the fuck is... No. Jesus. There he is. Alright. That's all set. Crosby and Clowney. That's how that should be. Actually starting... No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to start Clowney over Chop Robinson. Our fucking rookie. That's dumb. Clowney can back him up. That's okay. Defensive tackles. Jordan Phillips is a vet. Give me Ndamukong Suh over Phillips. Have DJ Jones and Ndamukong Suh start. Left outside linebacker, we want Devine Diablo, who can't start because he's starting at right outside linebacker. Chandler Jones, Quan Alexander. Now we can go over here and do this. And we should... Oh, God. Bud Dupree is not good. But that's good there. Middle linebackers. That is all set. Corner. Nate Hobbs. Marcus Jones. Something else I should take a look at is the scheme. Might help us get a better sim. Okay. No corners that are on the bench. Or not in the depth chart. That's good. Free safeties. Marcus Epps, for whatever reason, the only one on the depth chart. I think we only have 2. That is right. Strong safety. We do have another one. Ah! Again, Mooring up there. And then Rodney McLeod. Okay. Kicker is Daniel Carlson. Daniel Carlson is not the quarterback. That is not what we wanted. Kick returners. We have better. Marcus Jones is actually our best kick returner. That is shocking. What is Laub's speed? 89. That's not great. Let's have Scotty Miller return kicks, and he might be returning punts as well. 89, 79, but the speed is good at 95. Marcus Jones. Let's have a guy that actually handles the ball, and Scotty Miller back there. Kickoff specialist, who's got better kick power? AJ Cole. Long snapper is Dylan Parham for whatever reason. John Runyon apparently makes the best long snapper, and then the rest is just, it is what it is, because Lord knows what it even does in the depth chart. But the Raiders, because they started their kicker at quarterback, lose week 1 badly to the Houston Texans, so just throw that game away. We learned nothing. And now it's the Patriots, who had the #1 overall pick in this last draft. Ramondre Stevenson and Caleb Williams are already better than Mac Jones ever was. Oh, boy. Caleb Williams is going to be a problem, isn't he? We'll run to the outside with Josh Jacobs. I bet that one touchdown was just a long Josh Jacobs touchdown run. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? So we simulate the week. I don't think I saw any injuries. That is good. So let's simulate week 2 against the Patriots. Hope we can get in the win column. Or not. That didn't go according to plan. Hey, we've got the number 1 overall pick as things stand. So that's good, I guess. Would be kind of difficult to not take Shadur Sanders, but we really probably shouldn't. Well, week 3 against the Saints, they're also 0-2. I think they're worse than we are. They've got Kamara. Let's try and shut him down, make Derek Carr beat us. And then Josh Jacobs, in theory, should have a game against this Saints defense. No injuries as far as I know yet. Player upgrades. Who do we got? Devine Diablo. Nice. So week 3 against the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, they're 79 overall. Defense is really bad. Hopefully Josh Jacobs runs all over him. Wow. Oh, wow. All right, well, let's distract ourselves from the fact that we're 0-3 and have lost quite badly in every game with some contract negotiations. We got $120 million in cap space, but there's some guys we have to re-sign. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. So Nate Hobbs is a guy I want to keep around. Pretty good corner for us. Might get to superstar as he's only 25 years old. So we'll get an offer in here on Nate Hobbs. He's back on a neutral offer. Good to know. Renfro wants to re-sign. I wonder if we do a team-friendly... Okay, deal's wrong. All right, well, we'll try again next week. Travion Mooring, 25 star dev. Ugh. He wants to re-sign too. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot away from this. Okay, well, that didn't work. Devine Diablo, 26. I mean, I don't know if I can hitch my wagon to Diablo. Hilaire is a rental. Marcus Epps wants to re-sign. I don't really think I want to re-sign him at 28 years old, 78 overall in normal dev. Not a great scenario. We can definitely upgrade at free safety. Scotty Miller, DJ Jones. I think, again, we may just go in with a shit ton of cap space. That may be the way this works out. Well, anyway, let's get blasted by the Chiefs. They're actually 1-2. I don't know what it is, but the Chiefs do not simulate well, so it seems. What do we do? What can the Raiders possibly do to stop the Chiefs? I have no idea. Lean on Josh Jacobs, because PENIX in just his 3rd game is getting fed to a team that crushed us twice last season. So this is not going to be great. About week 6, we're going to take a look at how PENIX and everyone's doing. I didn't do a stat check in year 1 because that year is just kind of a throwaway. As Josh Jacobs has officially joined the 99 club. That is good to see. Let's go there. And now we head to Arrowhead to face certain doom. Certain doom it was, but only a 6-point loss. So we got guys that actually, showed up. That's oddly enough our best game of the year, as we are 0-4. Let's just go with a neutral offer on Renfro. He should sign that, yeah. And then Mooring. I really don't want to overpay for Mooring. Just a neutral deal. I like everything about this. I just need more time to think it over. Well, that's something I don't think I've gotten before. And then everyone else. I mean, Diablo really is a guy that I should keep around. If I can get him on a player-friendly deal. Don't like a single thing about the entire negotiation. Well, that's a rough way to get rejected there. Well, the Raiders come in at 0-4. Worse than we were a season ago. Now we face the Denver Broncos. On paper, we are better. Let's see what the Broncos look like in 2024. I can't imagine too different. Javonte Williams, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got a little bit better. Let's just try and focus on Williams. And Pat Surtain at a 96 overall. Let's let Josh Jacobs eat against the Denver Broncos in a way. Hopefully that goes according to plan. I don't think we have any injuries yet, but I am going to take a look in a second. Edwards-Helaire, Tyree Wilson, that is a good upgrade to see. Chop Robinson, the rookie, getting an upgrade. And another rookie, Cedric Van Pran, nice. Very nice indeed. So now the Denver Broncos. Are we going in healthy? Yes. Hadn't notified me, so I was a little bit worried, but overall, seems to have worked out. And now we simulate the 2-2 Broncos coming to Las Vegas to take on the 0-4 Raiders. Oh, God. 24-13 loss to the Broncos at home. The Raiders are 0-5. Did my depth chart just reset or something? No. No, this is going. Everything is how it should be. Oh, boy. Oh. Well, we got a lockdown on the number 1 pick right now. Mooring. All right, he's back on the neutral offer. Good to see. Diablo didn't want anything to do with that last contract offer, and I wasn't sure I wanted to re-sign him anyway. So we'll let that go. Chargers, they went to a Super Bowl a year ago. They're 4-1 this season, and they've gotten even fucking better. So this is not looking to be a very good game for the Las Vegas Raiders. But, I mean, at this point, we should just embrace the tank. I mean, we're 0-5. There's no way this team is making the playoffs. So, just hope to lose every week, honestly. It might make the season go by a little quicker. We got our first win of the season against the best team we faced. I do not understand Madden simulations, man. I do not get it. Well, weekly strategy against... Actually, no. We're through 6 weeks. Let's take a look at the stats, see what everyone's doing. PENIX, miserable. Josh Jacobs, having a good season yardage-wise. He's 6th in the NFL, but only 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers is going to be suffering. Let's take a look at our rankings. Offensive yards, we're 28th. Defensive yards, 30th. Oh, wow. Points scored, 98. There's no ranking. Points allowed, 166. Oh, my. Destroying the Raiders moves on. Week 7 against the Baltimore Ravens. We got Lamar to worry about, who never seems to simulate all that well. So what we're going to do... Actually, J.K. Dobbins isn't much of a threat at all. So I think what we'll do is just defend the medium pass on Lamar. He can't throw the deep ball. We'll make that work, and then just run outside. Just bully Josh Jacobs, hopefully. That's the only way this offense is going to be worth any bit of a damn. It is not looking good for the Raiders. I cannot believe we beat the fucking Chargers. That is insane to me. We move on. Breaking news, to the shock of absolutely nobody. Michigan has fired Connor Stallions. He was suspended. That is really the first inclination of almost anything from the university about what's been going on, because they're not allowed to say anything. Connor Stallions let go. Anyone that writes anything titled manifesto, psycho. Jail for you. Although he might actually go to jail. not for the sign stealing thing, but other things. But anyway, 1-6 Raiders. We beat the Chargers 2 weeks ago. Can we beat them again? It is week 8. We can set our national scouting focus. We'll just delegate that again. That seemed to work out last time. I don't think it did anything crazy for us. So what did we do? We focused on Eckler and Bosa. There we go. Not getting a lot of stat points at this current moment in time, but that's okay. It's really not, but this team might be a little bit farther away than I quite anticipated. Max Crosby up to a 98 overall. Matches the jersey number. Good overall for Max Crosby. And now we have the Chargers. This time, however, it's SoFi Stadium, the other spaceship of an NFL stadium. Week 8, I can't imagine we sweep them. There's actually no way. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's no way, all right. 34-8. The fuck did we do? Well, we're 1-7. There is another 1-7 team in the Cleveland Browns. Funny. Oh, there's actually 3 of them. And another team at 1-6. So we actually aren't the worst team in the NFL. I don't remember what the tiebreaker is in this scenario and why we aren't last, but the way it's been going, we may be. As long as we have a top 5 pick, I think we'll be in really good shape. And that's kind of just the goal now. As we enter Week 9 with 1 win, we got the Steelers to worry about. Kenny Pickett still stinks, so we'll just focus on Najee. And then T.J. Watt, that's an interesting guy to try and run against. But Josh Jacobs, it's good against good. It's funny how quick I was to trade away Nick Chubb and building the Browns. But Josh Jacobs is a guy I want to keep around. Just strange. But anyway, weekly strategy's done. Week 9 at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our offense is better. Their defense is better. Actually, that's the other. Yeah, nope, that's right. Been too long, freaking morning shift. Yes. Oh, wow, we won a game. 2-7. Well, the tank is off. However, I do see the Browns won. So, we didn't get hurt that bad. We still have the top 5 pick that we're after. And everyone won but the Saints. And that's funny. Their 1 win came against us. What the hell? Interesting one. So, Carolina Panthers. They made the playoff. They were the 1 seed in year 1. They were the 1 seed. Will Shipley and Bryce Young. Let's embrace the tank and try and get Bryce Young to beat us. I'm not going to start my kicker at quarterback again. We did that with the Browns. It's not realistic. That's how we got a number 1 overall pick at one point or another. I'm not going to do that again. This time, you know what? Let's throw it deep with Michael Penix Jr. What we'll do is we'll coach like Josh McDaniels. Do things that make no sense. And then fire McDaniels at season's end. It's perfect. A little bit of an earlier bye this week, or this season for us. We got a week 11 bye, but still pretty late. Upgrades here. Keon Coleman up to a 77. Good to see. And now, on the road against the fucking defending 1 seed. Is that even a thing? 7-point loss. All right. Well, the tank is back on track. Let's see what happened. Cowboys are top of the league at 8-2. Raiders are currently at the number 2 overall pick. Good. There we go. I still can't believe the Saints' 1 win was against us. Jesus. So we got the bye. We'll do what we always do and get these guys in half-pad practices Focus on the stamina. Yep, everything's good there. And just start the training. Keon Coleman doesn't have enough snaps yet to show us his... might manage to lose during the bye week. If any team could lose to the bye week, it might be these... I mean, we lost to the worst team in the NFL. And I'm fairly certain that game wasn't close. What was the score in that game? Yeah, 35-17 they beat us. So, we lost to the worst team in the NFL. And we could lose to the bye week. Honestly, I'd take it. Maybe the Saints will win this week. Marcus Jones getting an upgrade. And we got the Broncos, who've already beat us. On the road, too. They beat us in our home stadium. Then we got the Chiefs. Then we got the Bengals. This is a rough stretch here. The Broncos are 7-3, dude. How? What is happening? Oh, my. The Russell Wilson-led Broncos. Better strats. Well, yes, that's probably true. But, oh my goodness. I think this strat's actually not bad. I don't know why I'm trying to win. I don't even know if any of this means anything. But at least when we do this, we get the weekly XP. I don't know if they have an actual coach. Sean Payton is not good. Although maybe Madden Sean Payton is a lot like, you know, the old... Like Sean Payton when he was the coach of the Saints. Nate Hobbs. Didn't we just get an upgrade for Nate Hobbs? Oh, no, that was the other corner. All right, week 12. We're speeding right along here in 2024. Swept by Denver. Swept by Denver. However, the Kansas City Chiefs are not simulating well, which is an absolute shock at an 86 overall team. A proper loss indeed. Pacheco, got Mahomes. Just let Mahomes beat us. We're gonna focus on Isaiah Pacheco and run right at Chris Jones. Tanking the Josh McDaniels way by not actually trying to tank. We're just this dumb. Did the Saints get a stray win in Week 11? We'll take a look at them again. It's about time to check stats again anyway. We'll do that after the Chiefs game here. We got the Bengals and the Seahawks, who always simulate well. Michael Mayer is nearing an 80 overall. Good to see. Tight ends. We did not have a lot of luck with Brock Bowers simulating very well, but Michael Mayer seems to be doing okay. So, Week 13 against the Chiefs at home. We beat the Chargers. Anything can happen. And I did say if we beat the Chiefs at any point in this franchise, it'd be a goddamn miracle. Miracle did not come. A 24-17 loss to the Chiefs. So all is going according to plan. Let's take a look at the league standings. Ooh, the Saints did win. And I think because we beat them, or they beat us, we have the tiebreakers. So as things stand, we have the number 1 overall pick at 2-10. That actually makes the decision a lot harder. Knowing that Shadur Sanders is going to be sitting there, and we I don't think need a quarterback. Did they win? Let's take a look. I think we can look at team schedules. Yeah, we can. Week 11. Nope, it was week 13. They beat the Eagles. What the hell? This Saints team is wild. They're so ass. Goodness gracious. Well, now we got the Bengals. They're 8-4. Another game we should lose. We got a game against the Browns coming up as well. We drew the the AFC North, I guess, in the schedule this year. Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow. Let Joe Burrow run wild. And we will go at Trey Hendrickson. Get that there. It's not good to see our offense and defense both in the red in terms of the sim. and their rankings. That's not great. By the way, have we suffered a single injury? Chop Robinson and PENIX. Wow, our 3 first-round picks getting upgrades there. Good to see. All right. Have we suffered a single injury? Injuries are on. So I don't know what's up with that. And before we get into the simulation, we will check stats one more time. Michael Penix Jr. up 1 in the ranking. 29th in passing yards. 32nd in touchdowns. Worst out of starting quarterbacks. Josh Jacobs 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards. He's already over 1,000 yards. Jacoby Myers, And then offensive yards, 23rd in the NFL. Defensive yards, 27th. Points scored, 30th. And points against might be even worse, 31st. Oh, man. I really thought this team could be sneaky good. We're a better team than we were a season ago, which is crazy. So I don't know what's going on. All right, Bengals, we're on the road. This isn't a game we should even come close to winning, but we'll see what happens. Seven-point loss. It's kind of our specialty. Just kind of what we do. Well, we don't need clutch in a season like this. But we move into week 15. 4 games remaining. I actually see some winnable games here, which is a bit concerning. Let's take a look at where everybody is in the standings. The Seahawks are actually, the Saints won another game. Seahawks are the closest team to us, and we play them here. Points for, they've scored more, and they've allowed less. In theory, we lose. Because the Seahawks are actually a good team. Or at least they were. I'm actually curious. What has happened to the Seahawks? They still got Geno. Oh, they drafted Quinn Ewers. That's an interesting one. K9. Gillespie. Metcalf, Lockett, Smith and Jigba. Roman Wilson. Okay, that's interesting. Will Disley. Cade Stover. They had a good draft. Why is Olu Oluwatimi so bad? They got a lot of Michigan on this team. I saw Mo Hurst. Huh. Imagine missing the playoffs by 1 game if you had clutch. I mean, yes. Let's try the strategy of focusing on the worst players, letting the best players beat us. Let's let Kenneth Walker beat us. Defend the deep pass on Geno. And Jamal Adams. Let's go after Jordan Brooks. 3-11 incoming. I actually do feel like that's probably going to happen. We're probably going to win this game. It's not the end of the world. I think that shouldn't make us any worse than 2nd overall in the draft. Still 4 games remaining. Hunter Renfrow gets an upgrade. He's been quiet. But we'll see. A loss here is huge. I think the Browns beat us. The Bucks could be a winnable game, but we'll see. 35-7 win. My God, the Seahawks. Wow. Yeah, see, I mean, the Browns, it's good to know that the Browns get the simulation even when I'm not controlling them. 87 offense, 87 defense. I don't know if you know how math works. 87 overall. And they're 4-10. What? The Browns in the sim just can't simulate well because that division is nuts. Every team in their division They got 6 divisional games to play, and they're all good. That's crazy. So I think I'm not worried that we could win this game. What are we looking at? I would imagine we're second right now. We are. Seahawks currently hold the number 1 overall pick. That might mean, however, that they take Shedeur Sanders, which makes my life a whole lot easier. It doesn't give me the temptation of maybe taking him when we really probably don't need him. Browns, Nick Chubb, let's let him beat us. Let's focus on the short pass to Deshaun Watson. And then throw it deep. It's the worst that could happen. That PENIX goes off. That's the worst thing that could happen. My teams have found their way to lose their way or win their way out of the number 1 overall pick plenty of times before. I'm a bit worried it's happening again. We get the Bucs and the Falcons to end the season. I don't know how Josh Jacobs even gets an upgrade. He's already 99. That's a choice. We got to lose this game. We got to lose this game in a bad way because both of those last 2 are probably winnable. So we'll see what happens. All right, 24-14 loss. Perfect. Buccaneers, they're 7-8. Whole lot better record than us. However, the defense is what should win them this game. I know. We're the king of the 7-point loss. It's crazy. To the standings again. We're going to be religiously checking these. What did the Seahawks do? The Seahawks win, but actually the Commanders take over the number 1 pick. Wow. They've scored. Oh, my God. The Commanders stink. 250 points scored. 432 points against. Oh, my. It has gone wrong. I don't know. The Bucs drafted J.J. McCarthy. Okay. That's interesting to see. Yeah, this offense is not inspiring a lot of hope that we're going to be able to lose this game. Just throw it short, I guess. I have no idea what the play is against the Bucs. Our team is actually coming around. We're about, I think, at 20th in offense, 21st in defense. It's something I've done before. We're not going to do it. We're going to, if we get the number 1 overall pick, that's great. We are not going to cheese the system again. I did that with the Browns. Damn it. 6-point win over the Bucs. I was worried about that. And now, oops, I went to schedule. The good news is the Falcons have a good record. They're going to make the playoffs over there in the NFC. However, what does that do? Oh, we're still second. Because the Saints are there. The Texans have beat us. That's good. The Texans beat us because we accidentally started our kicker at quarterback. That was a true accident. Because the depth chart, I forgot the depth charts get fucked up. So now Bijan and Brock Purdy? What? Huh? Oh my. Wow. Well, Atlanta. I don't know if we have a shot at the number 1 overall pick or not. I hit schedule again. Because I think the Commanders... Yeah, so they're 3-13. We're 4-12. Even if we win, or even if we lose this game and the Commanders win, I don't know if that changes anything for us. But if we lose, we're picking no worse than second. So that is good. Week 18. We'll take a look at the playoff picture when we get there, see who makes the playoffs. 28-10 loss. Yeah, if we win, things could have gone wrong. Michael Penix Jr. got hurt in the last game of the year. Good news is he will be back before the start of next season. But that's unfortunate. That stinks. That's the first quarterback injury I think we've had in any rebuild yet this year. So that's a choice. But yeah, no playoffs are over with. For us, anyway. So the Bills lock up the #1 seed in the AFC. Bengals and Broncos in the 2-7 matchup. Chiefs, Jets in the 3-6. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is still there. He did not retire after year 1. And then Colts, Ravens. Once again, only 2 teams from the AFC North make it. Which is kind of surprising because it seemed like every year we were with the Browns, then there were 3 teams. And half the time we weren't one of them. Falcons get the 1 seed. They just beat us. 2-7 is Cowboys Lions? Weren't the Lions really bad in the sim? How did that happen? They turned that around. Vikings and Panthers in the 3-6. So the Panthers and Bryce Young make the playoffs 2 years in a row. And then Cardinals Giants. 2 dumpster fires have made the playoffs. This is playoffs. For the NFC. Dallas is going to the Super Bowl. Dallas is going to the Super Bowl. They're going to beat Atlanta.